Hello, YouTube, and welcome to the second week in March of the Tier List MCU time. Let's get right off the bat. I'm joined by Josh, Iron Man 1.
Hi. Oh, I don't have the tier list.
Oh.
But then the blooper reel.
Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to the second week of March of the Tier List. This time we're going to do MCU films. We're going to jump right in. I'm joined by Josh. Let's go right on to Iron Man 1. The film that kickstarted the MCU, and, yeah, it goes an A tier. It's a pretty easy A tier. Probably bottom of A tier for me. It's hard to tell. The one below it may also be an A tier. I'm not sure. I actually did rank these films on the Discord a while back, so I'm just using that because I still agree with it a lot. Not all of it, but a lot of its rankings. I am going to need an F tier, so I actually do need to quickly do that. Anyways, Josh, Iron Man.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen the original Iron Man.
I have not. I should, but I haven't. I haven't
Oh,
sat
I
down to
accidentally
watch
put Iron Man 2 on there instead of Iron Man 1. Whoops.
I've seen most of these movies. I haven't seen all of them.
I
though.
can't believe you hadn't seen Iron Man 1. That is a shame. It is still one of the best.
Mm.
Incredible Hulk.
Also haven't seen.
I don't blame you. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I still enjoy it, but it's definitely one of the absolute worst. It does go in F tier. I don't hate it. It's just not good either. Iron Man 2. Have you seen this one?
Uh, that wouldn't make much sense. So no.
Well, I mean, you've seen Thor 3, but not the ones before it,
Oh,
so.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Iron Man 2, it's too long, kind of about 30 minutes, and it can be really good, but as it stands, it's kind of average. Yeah. I'm just trying to think of where I'm placing everything. I don't need F tier. I can just get away with D tier. Yeah. Yeah. Next is the original Thor, which Josh also
No, I've
hasn't.
seen the original
Hey.
one. I've seen the
Oh,
first one.
I like it. I actually kind of like
I
it.
just skipped Dark World, I think.
I don't blame you. I'm actually gonna have this one as bottom of my B tier. I actually like the original Thor. I like the setting. I like how it's New Mexico. It's different. Coulson I like in it. I like Loki in it. I don't know. I just think it's fun. Plus, it has some good memes as well with another. I don't know. I like it. I like it though. How about you?
I like it. I haven't seen it in a while, but I remember enjoying it. Again, a nice trying to become worthy again, like regain his was it compassion for
Mjolnir.
others?
Mjolnir.
Yeah.
His worthiness.
Yeah.
The first Captain America. Love
I've
the
seen
first
that one.
half. Love the first half. Don't like the second half. Bottom of C tier.
Which
First
one
half is
which image is it?
uh
Try to read the text.
I don't know which one it was. It was the one that has like Red Skull in the background, like the American flag.
Oh, I see it, yeah. So that's the first one.
Yeah.
I thought that one's fine, maybe better than
I
Thor.
liked the first act a lot. But other than that, I don't really care for it. Which is a shame, because I think the first act and the ending are really good. I just find the rest kind of boring. I don't know. I guess above Iron Man 2, though. Anyways, now we're shooting right up to, the Avengers.
Hmm.
Yeah, top of A tier, right off the bat.
Really?
Yeah!
This is the one what villain did they face in this one?
Loki.
This was Loki?
Super campy, fun,
Yeah.
great team movie, and it's kind of the formula that a lot of Marvel films use today.
Mm.
It's top of A tier for me. Because the only films I'm going to have in S tier are my top 5. So, Avengers is just out of my top 5 as it is my 6th favorite Marvel Cinematic Universe film. I just love it. Iron Man 3. This video is going to get downvoted immediately for me saying this, but Iron Man 3, it's the best of the Iron Man trilogy. The Mandarin plot twist didn't bother me. I know the fake Mandarin twist bothered a lot of people on the internet. I'm not one of them. I love how Tony has to go without a suit for almost the entire film. I love the third act with all the fireworks. I love how they make fun of the Iron Patriot suit, because it's stupid. I think Rhodey is really fun in this film. I like the idea of Tony kind of having PTSD from going into space and fighting aliens. I like this film. I think it's really good. You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I just haven't seen Iron Man, so.
Oh, God. You're missing out on... It's a pretty good trilogy. Anyways, next is Thor 2. It reeks. See, Marvel films are action films. Not only does Thor 2 have a bad plot, it has bad action. Also, I don't like how it used the Reality Stone. The Reality Stone's my favorite, and it kind of is boring. Ugh, let's make it permanently night. Ugh, what? Wow. So, hate it. Winter Soldier.
That one I remember being fun, right? That was a fun one.
I like Winter Soldier. I think it's really good. It'll probably... It's not the bottom of A tier, but it's definitely... Like, once we're... Like, for now, it's the bottom of A tier. It probably won't end up being the bottom of A tier, but it's really cool. I like Black Widow in it, Cap in it. Bucky's pretty cool. And I just like how it's not a conventional superhero film. It's kind of like more of a spy thriller. I think that's cool. I like it. Oh, what about you?
Yeah. I don't remember too much about it, but I do remember liking it, so I put it bottom of A.
Yeah, fair enough. Guardians of the Galaxy is next.
I love this movie. Big fan of this one.
Yeah. Oh, I actually grabbed Volume 2.
One of my S tiers. Yeah.
Oh, I agree. It's currently the top of S tier. It won't stay that way, but it's currently top of S tier. The characters are well written. The villain's kind of weak, but that's not the point of the film. The villain's not supposed to be real deep. He's kind of he's supposed to just be a bad guy. That's the point of the film.
The villain's kind of just like a bad guy, but the way they interact with him, I think that's fun. Like the dance.
I like it.
That's
yeah.
fun.
No.
That's more. That's more. Sacrifice.
That's more of the cool. Guardians of the Galaxy and not him. Rodin himself's kind of boring, but that's kind of the point of him.
Yeah.
He's not supposed to be a sympathetic villain. He's supposed to be kind of a guy you just don't like. That's the whole point of him. And that's one of the biggest complaints people have for this film. And I'm like, that's kind of the point, so... Age of Ultron.
Bad in my opinion.
The worst Avengers film.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that bad. I just think it tries to do too much in too little time.
I hate what they did with Quicksilver. X-Men, great. I hate that they're trying to be quirky and different. I mean, it's nice that they be quirky and different, but in that way where they just kill off a character in like a tongue-in-cheek type of way. Like, I'm really disrespectful to Quicksilver. Just not a fan.
I can't disagree. That's definitely one of the main reasons it's so low. Also, the disrespect to Ultron deserved way more than one film. Ultron could have had multiple films. He deserved the same care and love that Thanos got, in my opinion. I think what they did with Ultron was cool. I just think he deserved more as well.
Yeah.
Anyways, another unpopular opinion. The first Ant-Man's really good. I like it.
Dude, I love the first Ant-Man.
I love it.
S tier for me.
It's not S tier. It is the bottom of A tier for me.
It's bottom of S for me.
It is bottom of A tier. There's one film that I might move up to be below it in A tier, but I'm not sure. First of all, Paul Rudd, I really love him. Also, what's his name? Michael Douglas, I also love. And they're great in that. I just find it a fun movie. I like how the MCU has some. I like how there's some movies that just don't take themselves seriously and are kind of just out of the way of like the main plot, and that's what Ant-Man is. Anyways, Civil War. They did Civil War too early. They definitely should have waited longer to do it. I don't feel like it. And also, I like Zemo, especially in the TV show, but he just wasn't necessary. And I would have liked Civil War more if it was just truly the Avengers wanting to fight each other and there wasn't any external forces. I think that would have made me like it more. So I'm doing top of B tier.
I did middle of B. Yeah.
Next film, we're in 2016. I'm trying to think of it like in order and all that properly. Doctor Strange. Still some of the best special effects in the entire MCU. I put just below Civil War. I find his plot at times kind of boring. I love the first act. I love the character arc Doctor Strange goes through. The special effects are amazing. It's just and the soundtrack. You know what? Yeah, I'll put it above Civil War.
I actually put it in S tier below Ant-Man. I like it that much. I think I don't know. I really like the character growth that Doctor Strange goes
I
through.
agree. That's one of the reasons I put it top of B tier. That's one of the reasons I put it top of B tier.
And it puts it like in a world that we know, but with like new aspects to it. Like it refreshes the world with magic.
No, I think it's a really good film. I think it's really good. Guardians 2 is next. I think Guardians 2 is a big step down in terms of story.
Still good, but not great.
I prefer its soundtrack, and I love how much emphasis it puts on the characters. I just don't care for the plot as much, but I definitely think it does a great job of expanding the characters. I don't know, bottom of A tier, easily. I still really like it.
I put it middle A.
Okay, fair enough. That is for 2017? No, it isn't. Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Ooh.
I like Spider-Man. I like Spider-Man a lot. Michael Keaton's Vulture is still one of my all-time favorite comic book villains in a film. They turned a boring, lame-ass villain from the comics into a character you actually have sympathy for. They did what they tried to do with Electro. In my opinion, characters like Electro, they're characters that it's almost impossible to actually give a emotional arc to. It's like emotional is one of those characters that he's kind of just evil. It's kind of hard to give like a heart to him, but they actually managed to do that with Vulture. And Michael Keaton is also amazing. So I love Homecoming. It's great. It's top of S tier so far.
Homecoming for me, I put it in S. I think I put it bottom of S.
I mean, S tier is a win for me, so I mean, you're getting fist bumps from me. Heck yeah. Next is Black Panther. Love the character. Love the villain. The CGI is so awful that I'm still shocked of how bad the CGI was. And I just, unfortunately, I hate to say it, but I just don't care for the story.
Same. Dude,
bottom of
C tier. I think it's the exact same.
Brandon puts it at top of S tier. It's one of his all-time favorite MCU films, and I was like, okay.
I think the same way with you. I love the protagonist. I love the villain.
Chadwick Boseman and Michael B. Jordan are so good in it. They deserved so much better.
Mm-hmm. Anyways. Yeah.
No, you can continue.
No, that's about it.
We skipped Thor Ragnarok.
We did? Oops.
Yes, we did.
I love
Thor
that movie.
Ragnarok.
It's great.
Yeah, above Winter Soldier for me.
Yeah, it's one of my S. Love it.
It's not an S tier for me. But it's really good. Chris Hemsworth is great in it. So is Mark Ruffalo. I like the cast. It's fun. I like it. It's in my top. It's in my top. Like what is it? My top. I have it 11th on my ranking, which may be a little low. I don't know. Like everything above Guardians 2, I really like. Guardians 2 is the baseline of I think this is not just a good superhero film, but a good film.
Right.
Doctor Strange 2 is weird as I don't think it's a good superhero film, but I think it's a good film. So, I don't know. And Civil War is also kind of like gray area where it's like, it's adequate at both. Anyways, Infinity War.
I like that one a lot. I put it top of A. I
Best
really liked
Avengers
the
film in my
pacing.
opinion. I actually put
Yeah.
it second. I put it ahead of Guardians and behind Homecoming. Uh, it's essentially just a Thanos movie.
Well, I think they did like packing a lot of stuff in this type of movie in a really good way. Like the pacing didn't feel too rushed
Uh-huh.
or too
I
slow.
agree. I will say everything on Earth is kind of boring. Once once Iron Man, Spider-Man, and Doctor Strange leave Earth, Earth is kind of boring until Thor arrives on Earth. Like all of Captain America stuff I find boring. I find that in the downtime of the film, but other than that, I think its pacing's great. My favorite scenes are still the ones with Iron Man, Doctor Strange, and Spider-Man. The fight on Titan,
Yeah.
so good. Love it so much. Next is Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Eh.
I like it. It's kind of funny. It's kind of
It's
charming.
I guess I put
But
it
it's also
C.
kind of forgettable.
Yeah. All I remember is the suitcase. Uh, Ant-Man gets big, and the Wasp is there, and Ant-Man turns into a child at some point.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's bottom of... It's top of C tier for me.
Yeah.
It's top of C tier for me. Captain Marvel.
Haven't seen.
Really?
Yeah.
Head of Black Panther. Nick Fury's great in it. I just never really cared for the character of Captain Marvel much. I would have much preferred Scarlet Witch to have gotten a film.
Mm.
As Captain Marvel is one of those characters that's just truly, like, too OP. She's not the strongest character in the MCU, but Scarlet Witch has weaknesses. Even though she's stronger, she still has weaknesses. Where Captain Marvel really just doesn't. It's just kind of just like, ooh, I'm super powerful. But I like the 90s aesthetic, and I like Nick Fury. So it's fine. Endgame.
Yeah. Endgame, I didn't think was as good as Infinity War.
I agree. I think it's better as an event than it is as an actual film. But I still have it in near the top of A tier. Because I still really like it. And a lot of its ideas. I actually am in the unpopular opinion that the best part of it is the time travel part of it.
Yeah,
It has some...
I liked Hulk's interaction with who was it? The
Ant-Man?
no
Like,
Supreme Sorcerer, whatever it's called.
The ancient one? I agree,
Sorcerer
yeah.
Supreme, yeah.
I liked Tony's interaction with his father as well. And the time
That
travel
one's good,
sequences.
yeah.
I like the fight on Vormir between Hawkeye and Black Widow. Spider-Man is amazing in it, as always. I mean, it's Spider-Man in the MCU. Awesome. Tony's death is also really well done, and so is Captain America's. Sorry, Steve Rogers. His death. I'm gonna be honest, I absolutely love Sam Wilson's Captain America suit. I adore it. I think it looks so good. But anyways. Far From Home. Easily the weakest of the Spider-Man trilogy in the MCU. And
Yeah.
see, I think the three best Spider-Man films by a long shot are Homecoming, No Way Home, and Spider-Man 2. Far From Home is really good. Love Mysterio. He's one of my favorite comic book villains. But
Yeah.
I still like him. I still like him more than Ragnarok. Like pretty much dead center of A tier for me.
Yep.
Anyways, Black Widow.
I did not like this movie. I thought it was a very middle of the road movie.
If it weren't for Taskmaster, I would like it way more, but they botched Taskmaster. It's just...
Yeah, I put it bottom of C.
I like Yelena a lot. I think they did a really good job of her. So I put it above Civil War still, actually. No, below Civil War. Above Thor, below Civil War.
I put it below Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Pretty close to Ant-Man and the Wasp on mine. Shang-Chi.
I mean, I thought the beginning was good, but once
I
got to
actually
the
like
magic
all of
realm-
it. It's one of my favorite. I have it near top of A tier. I love the characters. I love the villain. I love the choreography. The third act is definitely the weakest of the three acts, but I don't think it's terrible. I just everything with Wenwu versus Shang-Chi at the end, I also think is great.
I
I wish
hate
it was
how they killed off the dad. I hate how they killed him off.
No, I'm glad they did.
I thought it was super lazy.
No, I disagree. I think they did it a very good way. I will say I wish the third act was a little bit more grounded and less magical, because I wish there was a little bit more kung fu throughout the entire film. But I still really, 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 really liked it. Anyways, onto a film Josh hasn't seen, The Eternals. Now these videos are family friendly. I'm gonna have to censor what I'm about to say. Eternals fucking reeks, and people that offend it are stupid.
So my brother.
It's not my least favorite film. Top of D.
I put it.
It sucks.
I haven't seen it. Right.
Josh hasn't seen it. He doesn't care if I spoil it, so I'm going to.
Yep.
The Deviant guy. The Deviant villain apparently has a name. I only found that out a couple of days ago. I don't know why he's in the film. Why have him and Icarus as villains? Makes no sense. Like, Icarus, one of the few characters I actually really liked. Oh, he's the bad guy. Well, fuck me. Half the characters are useless. Pingu, he doesn't even appear in the third act. Why does he agree with Icarus that you might as well have the Eternal come out Earth? Like, why? Why does he agree? His entire livelihood involves humans. Why? Why would he side with Icarus? And then, of course, just the fact that he isn't in the third act at all. He's literally useless to the plot. He doesn't need to exist. Sprite could cut out the film. She doesn't matter. The Gilgamesh and Angelina Jolie's characters, they don't matter. Their story is more interesting than the main plot, but it doesn't matter. You can cut it all out and nothing changes. The main character isn't interesting. She's boring and deserves more. First, also, why is there a sex scene in a Marvel film?
Is there?
Yes, there is.
Mm-hmm.
The Speedster, she's really cool. The Deaf Speedster, she's really cool. Why is she really only in the third act in flashbacks? The guy that can control people, why isn't he used more? He's cool. I like those two. They're not in the film enough. Instead, we have characters that are useless instead of those two. Like, really? But, I mean, just the biggest crime is, it's just too much, and it's too long. As a TV show, it could have been really good if they fully expanded all the concepts. But as a movie, it flat out is not good. Rant over. Far From Home. No Way Home. No Way Home is the best Marvel film. End of story. Goodbye, YouTube. Anyways, do I need to explain why it's just the best one?
It's really good.
Do I need to explain why it's my favorite? I think I've already established that I love Spider-Man. And this film is just perfect. I love it.
I will send you my tier list.
Awesome. Here's Josh's tier list, YouTube. I imagine it's quite a bit different than mine. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed. See you next time.